Welcome back, my adoring public, to more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, we killed literally every other boss monster that was left to kill in this particular stretch of game. But from here, I guess we're going to talk to... we're probably not going to talk to every single person on board, but definitely all the main ones. The fighting in Western Erebonia is really starting to heat up now. I'm sure Toval, Viscount Arcade, and Prince Oliver can handle themselves just fine, but I doubt they'll be able to help us here. The only thing we can count on now is our own strength and experience. That's fine, because that's all we need. With all of Thor's students in one place, I know we can pull this off. That's what I want to hear. I'm gonna be fighting together with you guys as a part of Class 7 this time. I'll be sure to get in a few hits for everyone who couldn't make it, too. Looking forward to it. Alright. We'll also be hitting up... Well, I think... Yeah, we left Princess Alpha and Trista. What's she doing? Is he just an academy student? So this is where Princess Alpha spends her time. I wonder if I could have just a little peek inside before the operation begins. It's not like she's in there. So peek to your heart's content. Okay, here they are. I imagine the Alliance will deploy their most capable warriors in divisions near Heimdallr. Making Brigadier General Bardius and General Aurelia will Brigadier General Bardius and General Aurelia will likely be right on the front lines. Though that's not really my concern. We'll just have to leave them to the armored divisions, I suppose. Why do you sound so wistful? Don't tell me you actually want to fight them. Just a little bit. Maybe it's the Arcade in me. I swear, the rational part of me does understand that I wouldn't stand a chance against them as I am. But why feel ashamed of that? The only way I'll one day reach their level is by focusing on the tasks before me. Yeah, I suppose you're right. We'll get there, one step at a time. As the successor of the Arcade name, I must fulfill the duties expected of me. But as I do, I will grow, and one day I'll reach their level. Rushing to match them would only result in failure. Xeno and Leo always taught me that your loyalties are always shifting on the battlefield. Today's foe is tomorrow's friend. Today's family is tomorrow's target. And they were right. Never thought I'd have to fight them, but here we are. Are you sure you're set on doing this? Because you're not going to be on the front lines, so you're not going to get to fight them. Like, you know, whatever. Yep, that's how Jaegers have to be. This battle is no different than any of the others we fought, so let's go. Well, at least for today, you've got me by your side. Let's do this. Still, we've got a villa to rescue before we can take on Xeno and Leo. This is one mission we can't afford to fail. Well, I'm glad she's optimistic about it. Okay, so Elisa's on the back deck, Gaius is on the front deck, and then we've got a couple of the guys just chilling. First up. Oh wow, a bunch of people are out here, including Patrick. The most important task may have fallen to your class, but the rest of us will still be joining the fight as well. We'll keep the Imperial Guardsmen out of your hair so you can focus on your own battles, so you'd better not let us down. Naturally. We'll be able to fight with our confidence knowing we've got good people covering our backs, you included. Don't presume that I'm doing this to help you. My main concern is that you save His Majesty. And Elise, of course. I can't stand the thought of her being imprisoned a moment longer. She's far too lovely for that. And to be your sister. Believe me, I want to rescue her. Still, while I appreciate the sentiment, you know who else she's far too lovely for? You. So don't even think of trying to cozy up to her. Do you have to be so menacing and overprotective every time I bring her up? I was trying to show my concern. I mean, hey, it's the only time we get to see brotherly Reen rather than clueless Reen, so... Either way, all of us have your backs, so you can focus on performing at the peak of your abilities. In fact, I'm expecting no less. Alright, well... Doing a little hawk talk, Gaius? Oh, Zio is there! I didn't see him! I guess you could call it that. He came to wish us well today. I'm really glad he did too. This time we really can't afford to lose, and it's not going to be easy. I mean, you could say we're about to save the father of the nation, in a sense. And that's to say nothing of Machias' father or your sister. There's a lot at stake here. You can say that again. Still, when we work together, there's nothing that can stop us. And knowing that we've got you with us puts us all at ease. Well, now that you're singling me out, I'll have to be careful not to let you down. I'm no Brigadier General Bardius. I'm not exactly on the level of the ancient warriors of Nord, but I'll damn well try. Well, alright. Always get to have Gaius on our side. Even if his S-Craft now has the lamest name out of everybody's. Alan and I had a long talk about what we should do if we make it through today's operation. We ended up making a promise regarding a change in our relationship, so to speak. You did something similar, didn't you? There's no need to hide it. If we both have people we love, then we should give this our all, for their sake. Alright. I knew Lecter was gonna be okay. He's always been lucky. Maybe even too lucky. It is kind of a relief to know he's safe for sure, though. I bet. Now that we know he's alive, we really don't want to let him down on that task he gave us, too. Although it might lead us straight to Altina in the process. It doesn't matter who we run into. We've just got to get it done. Besides, Lammy and I will give anyone who gets in our way the beatdown of their life. Well, if I see anyone who needs a beatdown, you'll be the first one I call. Gramps introduced me to Machias' dad before, so I want to go save him too. Let's go get him out of there. Oh, and your sister too. If anyone tries to stand in our way, me and Lammy will beat him into the ground. Alright. It feels like I've been waiting forever for a chance to rescue my dad, but now that fateful hour's finally here. I hope he's still alright. The same goes for your sister and His Majesty too, of course, but I'm sure he's just fine. The Alliance may not be terribly fond of him, but he's still the former governor of Heimdallr. They might have imprisoned him, but I'd be shocked if they'd harmed him in any way. And we'll rescue him soon enough. Right. And there's no way we'll fail. I'll save my dad with my own two hands. Exactly how things should be. Saving His Majesty and Elise is just icing on the cake. So let's go into this operation guns blazing and get it done. Yeah, let's do it! Occupying the capital and imprisoning His Majesty are the most disgraceful crimes the Alliance has committed yet. My father may not be able to set things right and restore the nobility's honor, but I will do so in his place. So even this operation falls under noblesse oblige in your book, huh? I suppose that does make sense. Well, in that case, I technically have just as much responsibility for this as you do. Let's do this. I'll be counting on your support. Yours too, Regnitz, noble or not. What do you take me for? You couldn't stop me from taking part if you tried. The nobles in the Alliance have brought shame upon the very concept of nobility. It's time to reverse what they have done. That is our duty, and one we must fulfill. Alright. Still doing his best. Speaking of, let's see if this guy's got any new weapons in. First things first. Nope. Everything else is still the same. Oh. He must have run out of money for her. Yeah. De Joyeuse. Nah. Let's get 3 of these. I guess we'll equip the other ones to her. And she's good. Yeah. Though it's entirely possible that this guy ends up in there instead. for sure those other three are going to be warming the bench, but Elliot I kind of want to be on this... Oh well. We might put Elliot on the strike team. She's selling accessories, right? Okay, we already bought both of those. I was scared for a second because I was like, why are these showing back up? But... Alright. With all of that done, next up, we've got to go ahead, rush back out here, and it's time to speak with Elisa. We're finally headed to where this whole mess began. The biggest question now is, what lies ahead once we've rescued Elisa and His Majesty? Who's to say, really? Especially now that this nation's lost the railway guns in Guerrilla Fortress. Those might have been the only things that allowed us to fend off Calvert. Well, it's a little late for us to start worrying about that now. We just have to focus on our rescue mission and making it through this war in one piece. We've come this far together, so we might as well go all the way. I'm in if you are. Once we make it through this war, I'm sure we'll have a better idea of where we stand and the directions our lives should take. We've made it this far together, so let's go all the way. I don't know, there's something about that particular line that makes it, I don't know, sounds like it presupposes certain things, but you know what, we're not gonna worry about that. That is, where is he at? The kitchen. Alright. Kitchens are over here. Let's see if we've got the Kaiser Burger. Alright. Nothing new. And then he is selling a bunch of food. Yeah, let's get 11 of these. Acerbic tomatoes we definitely want to have a nice stock of. And then crisp onion, fresh herb, fresh milk. Here we go. Giving your violin some maintenance, Elliot? Yeah, it always calms me down a bit. And that's exactly what I need with how nerve-wracking the thought of going out to rescue His Majesty is. But that's the task we've been given, so we need to try. For him, Elise, and even Machias' dad. I'll say, but I'm sure we'll be just fine. This is the best way for us to help your dad protect the nation, too. I suppose you're right. There's a ton of people counting on us. There's no way we're gonna let them down. Rescuing His Majesty and the other captives will help a lot of people. So nervous or not, we've got to do it. It'll change a lot of people's lives if we manage to pull it off. Yeah, he's not wrong. And then last but not least, the hold, where I'm sure Valimar is still capped out as he's been for quite a while. George is back. There's no one else down here, looks like. Oh, what's up? Hey there, busy getting ready? There's not much time left until the operation begins, so if there's anything you need to do it now. Well, one thing I need is to make sure my equipment and Arcus are in top condition. There's not a doubt in my mind that Crow and the Azure Knight will be there, so I can't go in unprepared. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were. Alright, sounds like a plan, Rain. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you with that. It's a shame there isn't any more Zemirian ore left. I could have made good use of it. We've got plenty. How so? Well, remember how I was using it to customize your weapons earlier this year? That was the most I could do at the time. Making Valimar's new Tachi gave me tons of practice on handling Zemirian ore. So at this point, I'm confident I can do more than customize an existing weapon. I can make a new one from scratch. Ah! So with the Zemirian ore shards, this time defeating the cryptids has earned us the ability to make people's ultimate weapons. Only 5 of them, but still. Really? That sounds amazing! The more powerful weapons we have, the better. Unfortunately, though, we used all of the ore you brought back. And I do mean all of it. I don't even have the tiniest fraction left to play with anymore. If you had any, even a few small fragments that I could put together, I'd be able to do it, but as things stand... If you only need fragments, I actually do have some. You do? Awesome! Well, as soon as you've decided what you want me to make with it, let me know. I'll be here waiting. It's a valuable stuff, though, so make sure to think long and hard about what you want to use it on. Alright, ultimate weapons, dude. Man, that Zemiri and Ortachi of yours was one hell of a project. Still, I promised Carl I'd make it back in Auroch's foot, and I wasn't about to let him down. But that's where my part in all this ends. It's all up to you now. You've done more than enough already. Thank you, George. I'll be sure to smack Crow silly with it and drag him back here. I've got no doubt you will after all you've been through. Well, I've got some final engine checks to do before the operation begins. But if you need a bit of an Arcus checkup, I can play doctor. Alright. Customize weapons. So... heal. Oh, we can make one person's ultimate weapon. Hio, Celine's Arc, Iris Bow, Executor, Arc Forte, Pleiades Rod, Pendragon, Brynhildr, Vesper Ray, Tachyon Breaker, Hawk Claire, Lucius's Sword, Arc Chaser, Zealous Winds, Judgment, Fafnir, Catastrophe, Lionel, Lady in Hearts, Thunder and Lightning. So everybody's got two different ones? Oh, I see. These are the regular upgrades, and then these are the ultimate weapons. And we can only do one. I mean, obviously we're gonna make Brynhildr, but 10% chance for feint. Alright. So, Zemirian Ore. Alright. Fortifying the future. Equip. So I'm guessing depending on whose we pick, we get a different one. Alright. Dang, I probably should have saved before we did that. And picked the different persons each time. But, oh well. Modify Orbment. Slots. We've got plenty, but... I guess Reen's takes precedence, and then hers definitely. Next up are gonna be his. Well, actually, we want to save everybody else's, because who knows how much of this stuff we're gonna need in the future. Why the heck did I do all of Laura's? Laura doesn't need it. Oh well. Modify movements. Yeah, we're still good. Alright. Next up, we've got to go ahead and hit up our Resident Glasses case. Now that his blade's done, Valamar's in absolute peak condition. The difference between victory and defeat rests on your skill as an Awakener. Think you've got what it takes to beat that cocky punk in his night? I've got more than that. Just watch. He won't beat me again. Heh, I'll hold you to that. I imagine Vita's going to be waiting for us over in Heimdallr too. She's guided Crow and his Azure Knight this far. I can't imagine she'd stop now. But there's no way I'll let her beat us. Don't worry, there's no chance. We all believe in you, Emma. I know you won't let us down. I'll try not to. So will Celine, I'm sure. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you've got, I guess. Alright, so I know who we're actually going to put in the party. Where's the rest room? I mean, resting room, I should say. English is such a funny language. The nap room, that's where we want to go. We just want to heal everybody up. Then we're going to swap this particular party member out for Elliot. Then we're going to go ahead and start getting stuff done. Rest. Jeez. And even so, like, what is it? System, save. Look at that. Playtime, not even 60 hours of this game. And that's like the legitimate playtime I've been doing this. Like in the first game, even before, like right before, like, this was in the dungeon. It was like the worm thing, the glowworm thing that we fought right before Crow betrayed us. We did 100 hours on that, but
where do you want to go?
Our rather organized party. Alright. Sorry guys, but Elliot and Emma were way too clutch in the previous one, so we're not about to let them get away from us. But from here, let's commence the operation. Once the operation commences, Machias will become a fixed member of the party and the main story will advance. Alright. So just like Emma before him, they're making Machias become part of this. This is the last time during the story that you will be on board the Courageous. This also means that you will not be able to travel to other towns or use their shops and other facilities. All quests and sub-events will also disappear and trial chests will become permanently unavailable. While it will eventually be possible to restock, this won't happen for a significant period of time. Oh. Alright.
I'm so proud of you, Reen.
We got the S, but still 14 points short of where we actually needed to be at. Yeah. I guess we're leaving Instructor Sarah out. But Machias is going to be in the party, but he's definitely going to be riding that bench. There is no way we're letting that guy into the main strike force. So we're at same day, 11:55. Everything looks to be pretty good. This guy. Oh, and also Major Vander. Complete disregard for their own well-being. But you know what? It all works out for us, so. Gathering on the border of Heimdallr, no doubt. Whew. Getting ready to give us everything we need to get in there and start jacking stuff up. Well, it's the villa we're going to, but still. Ooh. Are these? This doesn't look like it's us. No. No, I think this is the, whatchamacallit? The Imperial Army or whatever. But I guess these are the guys we've got to teach a lesson really quickly before we can get to where we're trying to go. Oh, wow! Bardius! So I'm guessing we got to go through this guy first then, because there's no way they're going to let these guys battle him. Actually, why isn't Major Vander piloting our, what's it called? Oh crap, I'm trying to think of the right word for it. That, the soldat that we commandeered. Like, why is he not piloting that? Okay, and this should be Le Guin. Yeah. Shield and sword. And that golden yellow coloring. Jeez. These guys mean business. So we're definitely not going to be fighting them then, because Reen's not going to drop down, fight Bardius, and then fly to the other battle line, and then fight Le Guin. Yeah. Alright, we'll deal with them next time then. No harm, no foul. We just need for Zex and or Neidhart. I think I called Neidhart Vander earlier. We just need for Zex and Neidhart to not die. And oh, Jellica got one too.
3 minutes remaining. All students, assume your positions.
Okay. Everybody's gearing up for fights. She looks so relaxed about all this. Okay. So are the lacrosse and fencing club gonna help out? Okay, yeah. So those are the combat students then. And then it's us. Jeez. Class 7 has so many students in it. Anna River, Heimdallr, Carol, Imperial Villa. Bypassing everything else and going straight to where we're headed. Alright. If the patterns hold up, it's probably going to drop us directly into a fight, but it should all work out for us. Hopefully, anyways. 11:59. 1 minute remaining. 12. Okay.
4th Armored Division, charge! 3rd Armored Division, advance. Yes, sir.
All right. Even though I don't expect them to stand too much of a chance against Bardius and Le Guin inside of their soldats.
Left flank, fire a barrage to cover your retreat.
Yeah. They just died.
Do not cower. We have the advantage.
His looks, he couldn't get a custom color or something like that? This has that olive drab, that standard issue olive drab color, maybe a little darker.
The 4th Armored Division's sterling reputation is well deserved.
I would have preferred a fight with the two of you in Soldas. Craig the Red and Nightheart the Mighty.
Have we heard that nickname of Nighthearts before?
But this is how the winds have decided it must be.
Oh, Bardius and his wins.
Besides, what fun would it be if our battle ended so easily?
So is he gonna take it easy on them then?
May we enjoy our feast of battle to its fullest.
Very well, Black Whirlwind. Then witness the spirit of the Imperial Army. Onwards, Nightheart! Roger that, General.
Okay. And then let's see how Zex is faring against Le Guin. Yeah, see? Hers looks so much more custom. She's killing the crap out of people too. Crap. I wonder if their weapons are made out of Zemirian ore too. Crow probably could have collected it for them. No, Crow's not working with these jokers. Jeez, gotta try a little harder than that.
Is she even human?
This is the power of the Golden Rakshas.
My, this is disappointing.
Oh, please tell me this is some sort of joke. I came all the way here, and yet this is all the great one-eyed Zex army can do? I'll be rather disappointed if we finish this without me even breaking a sweat.
Damn you!
You haven't seen anything yet. That's enough of your childish taunts.
Is Zex about to get in there, dude? It'd be cool if he jumped off the thing with just his regular sword and started going toe-to-toe with her.
Ah, at last my dear master shows himself.
Her master? Wow, okay. So she and Gaius have, Gaius is related to both of them then. Gaius is from the Nord Highlands, and Gaius also has him as as his master, so interesting.
But what if I was hoping you'd get yourself a soldat and fight me with your swordsmanship.
Swords have their place in the world just as armies do. I don't intend to rely on the Vander name on a battlefield such as this. I never expected for you, of all people, to cooperate with Duke Cayenne's scheming.
Dang, she disappointed her teacher.
What reason would possibly inspire you to raise your blade for his cause?
What else? I wish to be known as the strongest warrior who ever lived. Stronger than even the famed Lance Maiden.
Uh-oh. You start talking like that, and a certain zealot's gonna come after you.
who excelled at both the Arcade and Vander schools of swordsmanship. First, I will defeat the man who taught me the Vander style. You. And once you have fallen by my sword, I shall take down the Radiant Blade Master himself.
That's asking for death, but whatever.
I raised a real tigress, didn't I? But you would do well not to assume victory is within your grasp. All units, assume the two-headed dragon formation.
That sounds awesome.
Limit the enemy's movement. Surround and annihilate them. Yes, sir.
Two-headed dragon formation is probably not going to slow her down in the least bit, but it still sounds cool, and that's what matters. And now it's probably going to jump over to us. But dang, she's got balls to want to challenge the Radiant Blade Master himself.
What's that noise?
Is there a battle going on nearby?
Yeah, dude. Things aren't so hunky-dory. And
Citizens of Heimdallr! Citizens of Heimdallr! Traitors who wish harm upon His Majesty are approaching. I repeat, traitors who wish harm upon His Majesty are approaching.
quite the spin.
Please remain inside until they have been eliminated.
If you want to eliminate the traitors, you can start by offing yourselves!
You tell him. Can you voice dissent like that so near the provincial army?
Yeah, the nobles are the real traitors around here! Why are you all gathering outside? Didn't you hear the announcement? Get inside at once! God. Oh, crap.
Here we go. The courageous, the symbol of hope is seen flying.
What's that? I've heard this sound before.
Yeah, dude. It's liberation time, baby. I'm honestly surprised that the provincial army wasn't rougher with them. You'd think they really...
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Prince Oliver's airship?
It's the Crimson Wings! The Courageous is here!
Stop! Stop this commotion, I say! Get confirmation from HQ now!
Alright. Nah, dude. What you're seeing is legitimately what's happening. Corel. It was probably in the previous game, but it just didn't merit any real mention, so that's why this is the first time. I don't remember it in the first game, but I'm sure it was there on the map, just not really anything. Same day, 12:20. So it took us 20 minutes to get here. Okay, so it looks like we've got a little bit of a trek ahead of us in order to get to the villa itself, which is fine. Definitely something that we can contend with. Oh, wow, that looks really nice. Definitely a nice hideaway type place. Corel Imperial Villa. Definitely not the first Imperial Villa we've stormed either. We're gonna land on the outskirts. Probably gonna be a welcoming committee. Oh, no. Considering literally everyone is here. Next.
This is Corel Imperial Villa? It's gorgeous.
Hard to believe a place of such scenic beauty is so close to the capital.
Yeah, I didn't know a place this pretty was nearby either.
Here it comes. So, are we gonna need Valimar for this? I'm sure we can take those.
One company of Imperial Guardsmen and 2 armored cars approaching. That didn't take long.
Class 7, Group A, advance towards the villa. Group B, you're with me. Keep watch on the situation up front while securing the area.
So Group B is gonna fight with the other, the regular students?
Yes, ma'am.
Commence the operation.
Group A, let's go. Acknowledged.
Alright. So we're gonna go ahead, storm Carol Imperial Villa. Oh, wow. The fight is literally raging behind us. That's all gonna be next time, though, so definitely join me then for more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Bye for now, guys.